Okay, so this again, I want to reduce the spacing in between. Okay, alignments. Alignments. So I've worked on the alignment. That is the first thing I noticed there. I wish I could just, let me duplicate this so you see the difference. Yes, let's duplicate it. Yes. Okay. So I've done the alignment. Now the next thing I found again, given this, let me reduce the balls. So the next thing again is hierarchy. Okay. So everything looks big. Yes, I know you gave this one hierarchy. This is fine. But the other fonts, this is what? This is 32, this is 30, this is 34, this is 27, this is 36, contact 36, this is 30. So everything just looks almost the same size. So the height is not able to go through and it's not pleasing to the eye. Okay. So another thing again is your hierarchy, and then another thing again is the spacing. Okay. So let's look at this again. There's no spacing. So okay, let's again. I think I need to stress again that video. Maybe I don't think you actually went through the video well. Or okay, maybe yeah, you went through, but maybe you didn't pay attention to those things I mentioned. You understand? Because at least when I talked about that video, when I was designing, I talked about the fact that I broke these things into sections, right? I broke the design into sections. So I think this part was another section, was a section. This other part was another section, and this part was another section. Okay, so let's try to do that. Let me see. I take this and make this one section. So let me reduce this. Let's say I give this 28. So this now you see there's also no alignment here. Yes, you are dividing these two things. This. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see this now. What's alignment did they give this? Give it center alignment. Whereas this is not centered with this, but preferably it would be best if you give it a left alignment with this. Okay, so this is 28. If this is 28, it just makes sense that you should make this one's 28. Okay, so this section just makes sense. We just give them, since they're almost the same thing, they are not we don't necessarily trying to make them different. They're almost saying the same thing or the same within the same sets of group. So just make them the same font size. So maybe this is 28. We can still make this 28. Make this one 28. Okay. Size. I want to align it with the top of this rectangle. So this one, I may just reduce this so that it breathes, maybe bolding it. It breathes inside the box. It has enough breathing space at the box. Okay. So like I said, so this and this, I may give them the same font size, 24, 24.5, maybe this again, since they are like the heading 24.5. I don't want to make them too bold. 24.5, 24.5. This line can just stop. This line can go shift, control. Okay, go control. This line can just stop somewhere here. It doesn't have to be too long. Yes. Okay. And then I take this camera section, this space here and this space here. Then here, you just have to reduce it. It's too much. Okay.
Okay.
That was it here I kept it. Was it like this I did mine, or it was okay? Let's just see what works here. So it doesn't necessarily be what I did, but let's see what works here. Just put them into. Now see what is wrong. it's not the fact that it's just big, but the fact that there's no spacing. Imagine, see, you see, it's just close to the edge beneath. So there's no spacing. Your work has to be, that space itself is an element. Remember what we talked about elements. The space is an element. So if your work has space, give your work space with the borders, with each element. This should just be space. It helps readability. It just makes it neat. It just gives it this form of visual interest. Okay, so let's reduce this. Let's reduce this. Size is this 23. Make it a little bit bigger. The contact page. Just reduce it in this text. Okay. Let me hide this from that. Let's see. Then this name, this is good. We can give her this name, but this doesn't have to be that big. We can just reduce it. Then you see that here was left alignment. Here we can either do right alignment or just do center. So you don't, in short, you're not just placing text. So it has to be sent. If you center alignment, then everything, the image, the name, and the title, they have to be aligned. So let's give them center alignment. So go to position and click on center. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. So maybe I have to just reduce this a little. Maybe make this bigger. Okay. Since the date, if the date wants to stand alone, but I don't think when I did it was standing alone, but let's just say the date stand alone. We want to make the date pronounced. This is also good. What we could do, this is also good. What I wanted to do was to break it down, maybe make 20th to 31st bigger, and then January 23 just be smaller, but let me leave it this way. So I don't stress too much on this. Now, looking at this now, can you see the difference? I wish I could put them side by side. This is when I did alignment. So I didn't leave it. If I should return this back to what it was before, you will see there's even difference with what you did initially with and this first one. But then again, let's look at these two things. So Ola, over to you. The question is for you again. Can you see the difference between this and this?
Yes.
Okay. And the difference is not me changing anything. Like you just see this, all the same elements, everything is the same ingredients. If I'm using the food, the egusi on analogy I talked about, the same ingredients, the elements you put in is the same thing. What's just changed is me applying those principles of design. So they are key. You understand? They are so key. Know them and know how to apply them. That's the biggest thing you need to learn from the class. Know those principles of design and then how to apply them. You get. So know those principles again and know how to apply them. So what did we change? We first of all worked on the alignment. Secondly, we work on spacing. And I think that's even the main. Then I talked about hierarchy. Okay, I talked about hierarchy. You get. Then what else? I think those are the two major things I've changed. Okay, and if I still stay longer in design, I could make it more interesting. Still worked on it and make it more interesting. But I think even as things like this, maybe these things are just too much. It's cool, but it shouldn't be too much. If I delete it, you will see. Okay, it's not bad here. It's not bad. Okay, so that is that. Let's look at this one. This is also cool, but then the first issue is okay, alignment. Okay, so I think what you wanted to do here was to do center alignment. But if you ask me, it didn't actually work out well because okay, let's say this is center, but then what about this? Okay. Then another thing you need to learn how to reduce this your text box. So when you pick up the text, this is how the text box would be initially, but learn how to reduce it to what it's supposed to be, to the actual size of your text. Yeah, you use different sizes. Okay, use different sizes. So the first thing I will do again is this alignment. Let's just work alignment first. Let me duplicate this. It's the difference. So I'll work on the alignment first. Let's see. See. With that. So let me just align this. Alignment again. Zoom in so that I see this thing clearly. Yeah, that one. Yeah, this. So in this case, now the alignment is to the box. So this test can be reduced inside the box. So I'm aligning the box with the overall. Okay, so this is the first thing I've done now. So let's look at this. Look at compare it with this. This is what it was before. So look at this and compare it with this. At least we've not done another thing, but then looking at it, can't you see there's a little bit of difference? That is alignment, okay? By applying the alignment, there's sorts of difference, right? Hola.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the spacing, okay? So this is Canva. So I think this is not arranging well. This font size is 35, this 75, this is 92. So for what I would, I think let's give them the same size. Yes, let's say this is 90. I know you want to do some changes in the font size, but it seems not to be okay. Is one bold? Yes, I see. So it seems this was made in bolding this and unbolding this. It would have been best if this was unbolding, okay? So it just goes from bold, then unbolding. Instead of you making the middle one on bold. It didn't work that way. Or even if we can even change this middle, this training to give it maybe a calligraphic font. For one calligraphic font that looks interesting. Just trying to check something. It's interesting, but it's not readable. So let's not waste time. Let's work with this. Yes. See, someone chatted me up to ask for the font. The font I actually used was Cardwick. Let me cancel Cardwick. Yeah, this was the font I used, but notwithstanding, let's work with this. So it doesn't have to be the same font, but let's work with this. This is also cool. So this again, I noticed that in between here, you made this bolding and then this, no? Just allow everything. Not still bad. Not bad, but at this point, I'll say let it be on bolding. It could also be nice. Maybe you want to call out some things. You want to say, okay, maybe in between, you want to say it is free, and then you want to call out the free, you can bold in it. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but at this point, when you just bold in the first sentence, it doesn't look that nice. So here, again, there's a problem here. The spacing. So again, I said this. people, most times when designing with Canva, a lot of persons just leave or just work with the default setting, the default line spacing. Most times it's best you, not most time, almost all the time, it's best you reduce the line spacing, not too close and not too far apart. Let's work what works here. I'm using 1.09. So most times it just depends on what you're working with. You may have to maybe reduce it to something else, but let's work with that one. Again, see, again, it's appearing here. You're using the default setting 1.4. So reduce it again. Yes, reduce it. Okay, I think that's working. Now, for things like these, the icons, that's again, I talked about this in the last class. I talked about it. So the icons, they have to be the same. This is where repetition or reading comes to play. They have to be the same. You can't use maybe you use a small font here, you use a big size here, you're using a small size. This font, these things, this group, they have to be the same. You understand? So if this size here, okay, let's even talk in terms of the font size. This is 27.8. Here has to be 27.8. Well, are you taking notes of these things?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So they have to be the same size. Let's call this group. They have to be the same. This is a form of reading. So I'm using the same sizes in terms of font, in terms of width or height. It has to also be the same size. Let me try to reduce it to what it is. Okay, good. Okay. Now this line was not this kind of line I used, and the issue is just this arrow at the left and right. It's not making sense. So I'll reduce that. I'll remove that and put in a different line. Okay. Let's look for 9. So this is good. Yeah, I'm gonna work with this. Okay. Okay. See what I did also. I reduced it. Okay. I didn't want the line to be too conspicuous. Yes. I reduced the transparency. Yes, I just want you to know there's a demarcation, but I didn't want it to be so obvious. So what is transparency I use? 33. So I also use the same transparency here, 33. See how repetition is coming in play, it's being used again. So yeah. Now again, this thing again, I'm grouping these things into sections. So this can be one sec. This is a section. Let me group it. Let me say this is another section, or it could be here, but no, I want you to have, so like this is a rider. Okay, let me say this is another section. Okay, then these requirements must have a laptop. Let me reduce it. It doesn't have to be too big. Let's reduce the font size. Let's see 28. 24. Okay. In this, let's pull out here. Okay. So now look at this now. You see the spacing. Now I'm not so strict that hey, okay. I wanted to ask that the spacing between the top element and the bottom element has to be the same spacing. Now Canva is already telling me that it's 57. I like it like that, so I'll leave it that way. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much here, but I think with this, we can see the difference. So with Ola,
Yeah.
this is okay. Actually, I was calling. This was this text I'm reading out. Let me reduce the spacing. Spacing. And let me reduce this so that it's not too doesn't conflict with other things. It's not too big here. Okay. The font is not bad. It's cool. So now this is good, but what I want to do is I want to reduce it. Now, for no reason, look at this. Look at this. For no reason should your text be so close to the borders of your end or the beneath element of the element beneath it. This is a no. You get this. So what you do, try reducing it. So you just breathe. This text, they want to breathe. Let me reduce. Okay. So this text should not be so close. Don't never allow that. Get when you see designs like that, that is not cool. That is also spacing. Okay, so that's what I would do there. Yeah. So this is the before and this is the after. What changed? 1, alignment. 2, hierarchy. 2, hierarchy. What again? What other thing?
Spacing.
Spacing. Thank you. Spacing. So let me just zoom this and then correct this. So the same thing will apply here. I'm not going to do this. Okay. Well, I would like you to actually make those corrections yourself on these designs, so that I want to actually go through every other person's designs, and so I won't touch this. So what you do, go over this design, just make those corrections as simple as those things are. Okay, so let me still guide you. First, this has to first alignment. So bring out your ruler. Okay, this was supposed to be a ruler. Okay, so you looked at your ruler, but you didn't use it. Okay, so I've showed you something now. You always make this thing reduce, close it up, your text box. So put alignment, then spacing. You understand? Do spacing, then your hierarchy. Okay. What again? Yeah, put in those things, and then this recording video. So please just go through those things, those steps I took while designing it. Just put those steps in place here. And then you'll be fine. Okay. So the next person there was champion. I think I will do your design. Is this champion? No. Yes, this is champion. Champion, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you. So first, alignment. I looking at it, one would just say yes, there's alignment. Okay. And it's just, in short, even if you're not good, you're not that good in design, and you just put alignment, it's your eyes, even your eyes will tell you this is neat, this is good. It will take a pro that will tell you, okay, I think this person is still learning. But when you just put alignment, just understand alignment. Even if you are writing 2 lines of text, you want to design, say for example, thank you for coming. Just put alignment. Either it is left, follow our left. If it's right, follow right alignment. Or if it is horizontal alignment, or if it's center alignment, it just gives your work. So thumbs up on that. That was good. Even if I don't put a ruler, I already know it's aligned. Maybe except few things were not put in place. So that's good. So the only thing the few things I would like to call out is first, and those are the things I just mentioned in that in the last design. Don't just use the default line spacing that you see on Canva. So I'll reduce this. Sorry, yes, I'll reduce it. Yeah, reduce it. So structure your business in 12 days. So I think what would be best if you could just cut off this. Let's cut it off and put it on a different. Let's see how it works. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll prefer this. Yes, it's good. So featuring this, they should be close together. At least someone knows that featuring, then after featuring is this. So it's like giving your viewers an experience. You get? So I mean, this is the text, this is the topic or the theme, whatever it is. Then featuring, this is what featuring means. The coaching fee, then it should be close together. Okay. So I'm saying these 2 things are here like this. And you control. Maybe you want to give it, you want to, what size you use? Make it 2. Okay. Just bring it, spacing. Okay. Okay, fine. So maybe also this was also not good, but just that it was far. It was far, and then don't use the default line spacing. You could reduce it, not too close and not too far apart. This is cool. Yes, then this good, but then it's too far apart. Okay, just bring them. So what I'll do, I'll increase or zoom in so that I see what I'm doing. So just bring them not too far, not too close. Good. Okay. So I think this is too close. Let me okay, fine. Good. So I can group. Okay, let me group this. Okay. To increase this so it doesn't look too small. Reduce this. Okay. So I think for me, I'm seeing too many spacing. The spaces over here seems here. Okay, then maybe not say spacing too much space. Let me say here it looks so empty. So this may come in handy now. Maybe I can increase it so that it just kind of help to it fills up those spaces that looks empty. Maybe I may duplicate this here. Flip it. Let me flip it horizontal. Yes, fine. Then can you see I'm making room for those empty spacing? Okay, and then bring this guy not too far, not too far from him. Yeah, and then it should be centered aligned. Since I want to make everything here centered aligned, centered aligned. Good, fine. So I think somebody made notice of the fact that we wanted this coaching and support to be more pronounced. So we made it big that a little bigger that day to just make it more pronounced. Let me leave that way. Even if I'm doing that, maybe make everything a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I'll stop there for that. So champion, did you see what I just did? Oh, I didn't duplicate this to see the before and after. Okay, but did you got that right?
Yes, sir, I got it.
So this actually, I don't know. I think let me see. What did I type? People got this wrong. I don't know. Trying to see what did I type here. Okay, let me. What I didn't actually say you guys should point out the design. What I asked was that I needed this to be a redesign. Okay, you designed it. Okay.
You asked us to write the errors in design and redesign it.
Oh, okay. That's right. I was thinking it was just the errors. So this was also good. First, I love the fact that you give it alignment. Good. Again. Yeah, just I think the fact that you just give it alignment just still makes it lose interesting form of a so let's start with that good alignment before we now start talking about hierarchy. Okay. So if you ask me, what's the main thing here, first of all? This is just a logo, this P. I think it's just a logo. iOS 14001 environmental management system lead auditor. System to this, tutor-led online class. Okay, so if we ask what is the main thing here? I know yes, we are not we are not the one running the banner, but then what do you think is the most important thing here, or what message are they trying to pass across? Well, definitely we know the design is trash. Looking at how the things are just put in place, so it's even confusing to even start with. Well, let's just help out and let's say we are the owner of this banner. What do we think is the main thing here? The most important thing, first of all.
For me, hello everyone, good afternoon. For me, the main thing is the tutor-led online class. So they're trying to set the class. So that's why they have the course fee and the amount that they stated there. So what should give hierarchy is the tutor-led class. I think that's what they're trying to sell. Thank you.
Okay. So when is that you? I was not looking at the names. Who just put just now when?
It was me. It was Owen.
Okay. Uh, thank you. Yes, can any other person still contribute or we agree with her? Champion, you should be the one speaking more. Champion, where are you?
Sir, I didn't really get that. Sorry.
Somebody is telling me that you're somewhere watching one episode and you're attending the class at the same time.
Yes, I'm currently in a noise area like that.
Okay, so what I said was that what do we think? What message is person passing across, or what do we think we should give more hierarchy to? Okay, let me go on. So with what Owen said, the tutor-led online class. Okay. Yes, that's correct. But I also think this iOS 14, I think is a sort of training, like saying graphic design class, right? Then this tutor-led online class is like telling you that yes, it's online and also a tutor will be teaching you. I think that is what it means for me. So if we've used that as a guide, if you guys should answer me now, or if you disagree, say something. You agree, yes. You agree. You disagree, say no.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I think that's like a heading of just like when we did the first design that
Yeah.
we let me yeah. So that's like a heading. Then you can have like okay, coaching fee beneath it, or learning how to craft a beautiful design that which can also follow after you have the ISO 1 for something. I
Okay.
think that one should give more hierarchy first, then tutor led, then follow with the course fee and all of that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. So the tutor-led online class is like saying free. It's like the free. Where is it? Okay, it's not here. The free online. The free. What if? How did I put my? How did I frame mine? Investment design. Free training. Yes, this part here where I said free training. So I think that's what this should signify. But let's look at how we can make this better. So we are selling this. This is the product. Environmental management system led auditor. Maybe this is like a version of it. So what I would do, let me cut off this. I'll try and make that smaller. So let me first let me someone see the link is not. Let me go. So I'll duplicate this. So let me bring this here. That means champion, did you do this? I mean, you didn't do this design. You didn't do this part of the assignment. I say champion Ola. Okay,
I
I
did
don't
now. It was the first slide. You didn't see.
really.
Yes.
Okay, let me go back to set first. Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, that's true. What I love was the fact that you use a different layout, or it was the same layout, almost the same layout with theirs. So okay, so a few things I'll point out again is also that alignment. Since I've actually done Let me check your errors. Errors colors, the colors are too many. That's too many colors. That's true. Text, the text, there's no hierarchy, and Islam text doesn't suit the design. Spacing between text is not see. Good. Okay. So let me still point out the things with this design. So you also maybe work with this. I don't want to spend just one person because I'll have to review that person's and beside I'll also be making corrections on it. So you could also pick those corrections and I've actually what I'm doing, I've actually